First of all, Brad, what can you tell us about your involvement here?
I always minimize it. I always downplay it. Like I've had some input on it. Just side on the court, getting the PA involved, getting the Wizards involved, creating some funding for it. But the whole idea and concept was all Hoop. They brought this idea to me, and it's funny because at the same time I was trying to figure out something that I can do in the city that left a lasting impact, right? And it's big. That's what I'm big on, legacy. It's like we're impacting everyone, people, your teammates, coaches, organization, then your fans, right? Your people that you see every day, interact with every day. And I wanted that experience to be more than just one time. So, come back here more than once. You know? So, kind of how it all just came about. Like it was match made in a lot of ways. I had no idea what the location was. First time I seen it, I said, let's do it. Like the court was in horrible conditions. Like this is unbelievable to see it now. But I'm happy I was a part of it. I downplay it, but I have a little bit to do with it.
When you were growing up, were there municipal courts where you played and you got better and spent a lot of your time?
Yeah, that's how I got into basketball. Always playing with my older brothers, playing against grown men as a little kid, and literally we would walk to the park. That's what we call it. We walk to the park, and that's what we did. And, it's so funny to see. It's kind of been a trend. Like guys are getting outside and playing more on blacktops. So it's kind of crazy, just the timing of everything. It's just motivation to get kids back outside, especially with COVID. Just get everybody back outside, get everybody enjoying stuff. And basketball, I feel like always brings everybody together.
So that's family, friends, parents.
What do you think something like this and community things before says about your commitment to the city, being in DC?
I mean, I don't intertwine the two. I mean, it's love that I've received from day one, right? The city's accepted me since a rookie, and here I am going into year 11, and it's the same love, if not more, you know. So I've always just tried to pay that back in one way or another in community outreach, and that's something I always take pride in. Because that's something that honestly probably has a more lasting impact than basketball, right? Not everybody gets to live the life I live. Not everybody gets the access that I have, but spending time with somebody or doing something for somebody who doesn't have what I have, that means the world to them. So I always keep that in the back of my mind, and I always realize that we all come from a background. We all come from somewhere, right? We don't make it on our own. So I always just try to remember that. Like, I came from somewhere. I always try to pay it back if I can.
How'd the first shot feel in a while? That had to be
I knew that shit was off. I don't even know why everybody asked it. I felt good. I mean, yesterday honestly was the first day of me working out on the court. So that felt, yesterday was a lot. Shut the ball out. But it was good. Like it was fun. It's fun to be out here. I'm just happy that the turnout came out great, that there are kids here, Monumental's here, and just the artwork. The artwork in itself just speaks volumes. The city is what they're trying to bring attention to.
Greg, can you touch on how aligning your
that was my goal. Like, because like I said when I was speaking earlier, like this hits home for me. Like Hoop for Home, Hoop for All, like they bring attention to different health resources, health issues that are in the black communities predominantly, right? And we don't have a lot of those resources, we don't have a lot of those access, and they kind of create this light in this realm that we do, right? And trying to get us to understand that we do have these outlets and these resources, and we have free testing for people to get, and I think that was amazing to do. And they were young students from Howard, like that's big. Like, so I just want to highlight that as much as I can. If it reached people, great. If it didn't, great. Like my biggest thing was just supporting them and what they did. It's not easy, like, and that's why I want to credit Ayo, because he listed off, I know you heard, he listed off 1 million names. Like, it was so many people we had to get permission from, so many people we had to get authority and ruling, and can we, like, really make this thing work, you know? And whenever you do projects and business and partner with people, like, it's always tough. Like, you never know if something comes to fruition. But once we seen Parks and Recreation here dedicated every single day to, no, we're going to get this right. The city was behind us, and the PA got involved. So it was like everything came together, and that's what you need in order to make progress, in order to make things work. Like everybody has to come together.
How much creative freedom did you have on the actual court? And also, like, can you give us a behind the scenes to the timeline of when you were first approached with this opportunity and then kind of navigating it throughout the summer?
I want to say I was approached with it about a year ago. It was about an exact, a little over a year ago. Right, so it was about a little over a year ago. And I had a lot of creative input on the court, but I didn't want it. Right, I wanted the artist to kind of do his thing. I wanted him to more or less look like all in DC. Like that was my biggest thing. So we have DC quotes, we got the DC logo. So it's just, I just wanted to just highlight that, like make it less about me. They put my logo on here anyway, but I wanted to make it less about me and more about Hoop for All and what they do and for this community. Like it was so crazy to hear the reaction from so many, I call them old heads, but just like guys who used to play here back in the day, and like, man, like those are my courts. Like I lived here. Like that's my area. I'm happy you're doing that. So like that means the world to me. Like, because if you guys see the conditions of the court here, it would have been laughable. Like, it's not even. It was disappointing in so many ways. So we're happy that the city and the mayor and everybody supported us.
And is this just a one-time thing, or are you looking to do more restorations throughout the year?
No, so that was the plan. Like that was. It's crazy you asked the Q. Like, my mindset in going into this was to branch out, right? To go down the streets, just continue to branch out and do what they do. And that's another reason, to your point of highlighting Hoop for All and what they do. Like if it reaches a lot of people, great. They can take the same idea and do it in their respective cities, states, and whatever, and just create this realm of like, let's get outside and hoop. Because like Io said, like, the events we create, like look how basketball brings so many people together. Like this is basketball. Like so, that's amazing to be able to do that. And like you said, that's hopefully something I can take home, take to St. Louis and do, take it everywhere, kind of branch it out.
If you're willing to share, I guess, what were you telling your boys that you might want them to take away from an event like this?
Oh, I don't know. They just want to play. They don't even know. One day I'll just tell them we all, they didn't come up how I came up, so it's going to be a little different. But we all come from somewhere where we had to work hard to get out of our situation, right? Every last one of you guys worked extremely hard to get to where I know you are, right? So it's like that for everybody, and it'll be the same like that for my kids. Like, understand that this neighborhood is, you got to work your tail off to get out of here. Like, it isn't easy. And where your dad came from, he had to work his tail out of it, and it isn't easy. And I'm going to create that, I'm going to somewhat create that environment for them. Like, life isn't easy. Like, life doesn't just give you everything. So they'll know for sure that I had a part to do with it and why.
Free agency starting in a couple of weeks. Do you have any sense of how you expect that to go?
Crazy, probably. Like it always is. I don't know.
Not in your situation?
My situation? Crazy, probably.
How many people are trying to recruit you to their teams and ask you to opt out?
A lot. You know I can't give you names, but
didn't expect any. That would be one hell of a story, though.
a lot of temper.
Are you expecting him to say not, Josh?
How's the wrist?
For you watching JT at the finals, knowing that y'all came from the same area, of course, and now looking at your own career, year 11, now moving forward, how does that kind of maybe plant a seed as to how you move, what decisions you make, and how you want your hand to be remembered?
That's a dream come true. Like, I was telling my best friend Ray this. Like when I was in high school, I was a senior, and I remember like it was yesterday. I was playing in a big game on ESPN, and Jason was sitting courtside at my game. Jason that was him. Like he was there. And so it was crazy. Just fast forward, and here I am sitting courtside at one of his games. And it's just like he really did it. Like he really made it. You know, I'm super proud of him. Super proud of the run he had. Came up short, but I know how he is. Like he's programmed to get right back to it. And for me, it was motivation. Like I wanted somebody to give me their jersey and just go hoop. Like just to see that level of intensity, the atmosphere, it's nothing like it. Like finals basketball is totally different than anything I've ever experienced or seen. So that's something I got to be a part of. I want to be a part of. So it definitely, it's impactful for sure to see that.
How's the wrist, and what's the next step in your rehab?
Last question.
Wrist is great. Wrist has been really good. Over the last month, it's been strictly range of motion. So I've got good 80% of that back, 80-90% of that back. So that's good. And the rest is going to be strengthening and stuff. So I'm cleared to do stuff on the court now, which is good. And so I'm back in full swing. Before you know it. Yeah, no, I had a previous scar here from my skateboard 7 years ago, and they just reopened the same. Easy peasy.